It was a day like any other. Nothing special. I was just scrolling away, half bored. Then I saw it. Pikachu smiling, wearing a leprechaun hat, of all things. And for some reason, it hit me. Not in a logical way, but in that deep, quiet way. The way only childhood memories can. For a split second, I forgot how frustrated I'd been with Pokemon lately. The rushed games, the lack of innovation, the feeling that the people behind it just don't care anymore. All of that faded because I saw that picture. Then I realized something I didn't want to admit. I'm still weak to Pokemon. This isn't just a video about nostalgia or disappointment. It's about how Nintendo and Pokemon took a hold of an entire generation. How they took a hold of me and never let go. Pokemon was born in 1999 in Japan, the brainchild of Satoshi Tajiri. Inspired by bug collecting and childhood adventures, he created a game about connection, discovery, and friendship. It was simple, but it exploded. What started as a Game Boy title turned into one of the biggest franchises in the world. And for millions of kids, Pokemon wasn't just a game, it was childhood. For me, I came in relatively late. My first real experience was watching the XYZ anime over and over again. I'd rewatch entire episodes just to feel the same excitement. I remember being on the edge of my seat the entire Kalos tournament arc. Ash really should have won that Kalos tournament, by the way, but that's a rant for another time. Not long after, I got my first console, a Pokemon Edition 2DS XL with a Pokeball on the back of it. My first game? Pokemon X. People love to say Gen 6 was mid, and sure, it had its flaws, but at the time, it was everything to me. Mega Evolutions, the music, the way battles felt like I was actually in the anime. It was the perfect mix of cool and magical, and it made me fall in love with Pokemon even more than I already was. Not just the creature, but the world itself, the feeling of it. That was my golden era, and I think everyone has one. That one generation, that one memory, the one that makes you smile even without meaning to. Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. That's not an exaggeration, it's just a fact. Cards, anime, movies, toys, apps, branded toothbrushes, you name it. Pokemon probably sells it and sells it well. It dominates in every area of media. Well, almost. Because somehow, the one thing Pokemon can't seem to get right is its own games. We saw it in Scarlet and Violet, a massive open world title full of ambition and absolutely plagued by bugs, frame drops, and texture issues. Even now, years later, it feels unfinished, glitched to the point where it can be straight up unplayable, and that sucks. Because as someone who loves Pokemon, really loves it, I want to be proud of it. I want to say, yeah, this is the series I grew up with. This is the game I sunk hundreds of hours into. But I can't. Because honestly, being a fan of these games is embarrassing. And all for what? To print money. That's the sad truth. It's not just Pokemon. The whole gaming industry lost the plot. We stopped making games people love and started focusing on what makes the most revenue. And I get it. It works. And it hurts. but they don't care. Because why would they? We buy the games anyway. Nintendo owns your childhood, and as the owner, they can do whatever they want with it. And that's the part that stings the most. Something I've always struggled with is the idea that artists owe their fans something. You hear it all the time, whether it's in books, mangas, music, movies, or in this case, video games. But the truth is, they really don't. Game Freak doesn't owe us good games. They don't owe us any game. But if they do decide to release something, I think it's the bare minimum that it should be at least something the developers themselves can actually be proud of. That's just respect for the creators and the fans. And to be clear, I'm not blaming developers. Honestly, I think they deserve respect. These people are doing their best under impossible deadlines, corporate pressure, and yearly release cycles. Other major franchises take years between games. Take GTA as an example. They're still waiting for GTA 6. But Pokémon? It drops a new mainline game almost every 2 years. And I understand GTA and Pokémon are on a different level of detail, but I just wanted to highlight the big difference here. Something I've been thinking about is maybe this is just a faded cycle. Think about it. Older fans didn't like the games we grew up with, and those before them didn't as well. The same way we don't like the new games. It's always the same story. It was better before. I remember there was a period where Gen 6 got a ton of hate, and to this day, I'd be willing to put my life on the line to defend those games. Okay, maybe not my life, but I'd definitely go to extreme lengths. And that got me thinking. There are kids out there who genuinely love Scarlet and Violet, for who those games were their first experience. They see our complaints the same way we saw older fans' complaints. They'll defend these games the way we defended ours. They feel the same magic we felt. So maybe, just maybe, Pokemon didn't lose its magic. But instead, I did. So what now? Honestly, I don't know. Like I said earlier, Game Freak doesn't owe us anything. They don't have to make games we like. But what I do know is this. I am tired. Tired of being disappointed, of hoping this time it'll be different. I don't want to be over dramatic, but loving Pokemon games right now feels like this. It's like being in a relationship with someone who's always cheating on you, but you can't help but love them. And honestly, a part of me is excited for the next game, Legends EA. The first trailer left me a bit skeptical, but the footage we got during the Switch 2 showcase, the game looked beautiful. It's not perfect, but it was better. So now I'm stuck in a weird place. I want these games to be good. I know Pokemon has the potential to deliver something incredible, but I just don't believe they will. You know, this channel was originally supposed to be a Pokemon channel. I wanted to cover everything Pokemon related. The games, casual and competitive, theories, the anime, the cards, fan games, literally anything I could get my hands on. But it's so hard to stay excited for something that seemingly has no care put into it. Somewhere along the way, I just stopped finding joy in it. So I guess the only thing left for me to do is move on, at least for now. That's why I made a few changes to the channel. New logo, new banner, nothing major. And this isn't a goodbye forever. Pokemon still owns a big part of my childhood, but I'm ready to explore other things now. I haven't been posting Pokemon content for a while, so I figured this was the right time to say it out loud. From now on, I want to talk about other games, tell stories like this one, share my thoughts, feelings, and frustration, maybe even some hope. And this summer, I intend to stream a lot more too, so if that sounds like something you're into, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you along the ride. And finally, if you've made it this far, thank you for hanging with me to the end. I guess the only appropriate way to end this video would be to say, I love you.